Hello, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, namaste, sat sri akal, Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, Assalamu alaikum. I'm very, very confident all of you guys are thriving there in euphoria, and today we are going to talk about a beautiful subject, which is the season, about the season, what's going on, the retrograde, the planets, and how the astrologically, which is affecting all of us. It's interesting. I'm learning astrology, so I'm loving it so much. Okay, let's start with the chanting. Om Namah Shakti Shivaya. Om Namah Shakti Shivaya. Om Namah Shakti Shivaya. So it's a beautiful, beautiful evening, early evening in India, and I feel too high vibrational, too much, on top of the world, on top of my game, on top of everything. So the topic we're talking, because this is a great time. 2020 has been a wonderful, wonderful, wonderful year for all of us, because it gave us an opportunity to introspect, to go within, to connect, reconnect with all the cosmic forces, the physical, the non-physical forces, because we have been always connecting with physical beings. So this gave us a lot of opportunity to connect with our non-physical energies around the whole universe, and understand the value of the value and the significance and importance of how it is making a great impact. So we must practice this solitude or introspection or reflection, whatever you call it, in every day of our life. After now, we all have got out now, we are going out, we are going to work, and we are going to meet our friends, our family, or whatever, right? And connecting, right? And now again we are connecting physically, socially, and so do not forget that if you are getting out, doesn't mean you don't follow the practice, the lesson that you have already learned during this season, to give that time, space, and energy and investment to your self-reflection period every single day, and take care of your routine, and love yourself. Self-care is important. Do not ignore or take things for granted just because you're out now. It's important that what we have learned, we practice that. And become the self-master, the alchemist, because we want a healthy environment. We want happy people, healthy people, balanced people around us, so that when we go out and we connect with them, we reflect and radiate the same together. It's called collective consciousness, and the journey begins with ourselves. So we do not take things for granted anymore. Either it's COVID or cancer, either it's AIDS or I don't know, whatever, high level or whatever. I don't connect with all of that. So whatever, it's a part of us. So whatever it is, it's important that we stay in balance and a perfect harmony with our body, mind, and spirit, so that nothing outside of us have control over us. Like, we don't have control over anything outside of us, but we have control over inside of us. So when we take care of our internal vibrations, nothing outside of us have any control over us, because we don't react to anything anymore, right? Because we are balanced, harmonious, and in tranquility and peace. No more regrets, no more complaints, no more fear. No more fear. Okay? So okay. This is an addition what I just shared, that we follow those things that we have learned in this new cycle of life. And the season right now, the Libra has started. Happy birthday to Libras. My birthday is coming, guys. So okay, I'm a Scorpio and Libra cusp, Sun and Moon, and being a Libra all my life, I always seek for balance. There has to be balance in everything, within your physical, mental, emotional, spiritual life energies. There has to be perfect balance in every area of your life. It can't be just superficial and surface level. It has to be between the seen and the unseen, touched and the untouched. um, the expression, the physical expression, plus the telepathic expression. So it has to be balanced between the veiled and unveiled, right? The dark and the light. Because what is not known is in the dark, and what's there already in front of us that we have clarity upon is light. So there can't be light we can't value or see the light unless there is a darkness, right? So like you see the stars because there is darkness. So it's like that. So we must embrace that side of us and not abandon or fight with it. That when we fight, we get into imbalance. So this is the season of Libra, and Libra talk about scales, balancing of scales of giving and receiving, listening and speaking, controlling, having control over and letting go. There has to be perfect balance between when to control and when to let go, when to speak and when to listen, when to be physical and when to be non-physical in all the subject matters, and when to discuss and when to contemplate, and every area of our life, right? When to eat and when to fast, everything, so there has to be a perfect balance between that. And this season is sending after Virgo, which was mostly the time of contemplation, and the season of Virgo just left and we are in Libra now. And what we have learned during those contemplation, we must put into practice in this season, so then the balance can be restored in every area of our life, especially starting from health, physical health, mental health, spiritual health, emotional health. When there is a stability in our health, there is a consistency, and then that reflects in our external physical manifestations, right? In all connection to anything: money, health, well-being, love, and creativity. So yeah. And now Aries is the astro house for masculine, which is ruled by Mars, the planet Mars, which is masculine. And Aries is the energy of emperor, is the structure, it's the foundation for everything. It's truth, it's high vibration, it's action, right? It's the moment of taking action towards creating and bringing balance, justice, fairness, and wholeness and profoundness and mindfulness, and sovereignty, and bringing balance, bringing truth to the surface, bringing goodness to the surface, bringing health and well-being to the surface, bringing legal, physical foundation and structure into place. There has to be organization. So Aries is the energy of dominating that vibration, of putting structure, foundation, stability, security, legality, truth, honesty, authenticity, balance, well-being, profoundness, mindfulness. So it's a ruler, it's an emperor energy, where an emperor or a king always do the right thing. Man, there is no wrong. I mean, thinking of well-being and balance and fairness for everyone, including themselves, starts with you, right? And unless you feel it yourself, you can't extend it to anybody else or an external social environment. Yeah, so where was I? Mars is in retrograde now. Mars being the planet of, again, action, masculinity, and, harvest. And the full moon is in Aries in the first week of October. And Mars is going retrograde. Mars is right now in a retrograde in Aries. So Mars being in retrograde and in the Virgo season ending, we have contemplated and not taken much action towards everything that we desire or there is a calling for, because we didn't have much clarity, we didn't know which direction to take, how to go about these things, and which we have got enlightened and found the clarity in this period of time, and we're still finding it depending on where you are in your journey. And being Mars being the in retrograde, we have not taken much action, while some people have moved forward in that period. But it is said always that don't sign any contracts, or don't do anything bigger things while planets are in retrograde, because it has a short span of time. It lasts for very short when you do take bigger decisions and actions in the time of retrograde. It's good for starting things, but yes, now it is in retrograde in Aries, and Aries is the planet at the astro house for action, for masculinity, for structure, putting foundation into place. So Mars being again the planet for action, for masculinity, mental, your logical, intellectual clarity and balance, which has come to us all this period, and still we are gaining lot of answers. Who are seeking for answers, we are gaining clarity and becoming more aware of things, that how to go about things, where to put our energies, what to release and what to take forward with us, and how it is going to impact our movement forward in our life path. So Mars retrograde in Aries, we all have been contemplating, and still we are contemplating and finding our answers. And then being full moon in Aries in the October first week, we must all set new intentions. And Libra is a month of Libra in October. It's time to put things into balance, take action towards our calling, and based on which planet in what house, based on your astro chart, where it is placed in the month of October, you will be called towards that kind of that direction. Like if your Aries or Mars is in your 7th house or 4th house, it will be more towards family, home, marriage, that all that connections and all of that, and partnerships. And if it is in 2nd house, it's about your money, it's about your manifestation, your abundance, and if it is in 6th house, then it is all, you will take more actions towards your health, making those health changes, health practices, new lifestyle practices. So it depends on which which planet is in which house for you in the month of October. Starting from now, you will be called towards taking action towards in that area of your life. But coming back, being in the Libra season, it has to be balanced between all. Either it's your work life, health, your family, your love, your friends, your platonic relationships, your colleagues, your projects, everything. It is going to bring a lot of balance. And Aries being in retrograde, it's the time to take one step forward, not run into things, go slow, and move forward towards the direction of your calling, your well-being, because it's full moon time. Set new intentions and move forward. Don't be afraid of it, but yes, let things go in the flow, and let the things unfold, and the decisions come into surface in the organic way, organic process. Don't push or rush anything, and allow things to come into surface in natural way. But do not just sit and wait for the time to bring you answers and everything, because you are already gaining your answers. The moment, every day when you are reflecting, as I said, keep reflecting and listening to your intuition, and take a step forward every single day. Don't keep waiting that things will happen automatically. We are living in a physical realm. At the same time, understand when to do, how much to do, and where not to do, and how much not to do, but you got to do. You got to do. So yes, and it's time for Aries full moon, so we got to take action. Aries is masculinity, action oriented planet, and astro house. So move forward while we are in retrograde season. take the lessons, put them into practice, and take every small action every single day, and you will see the transitions and changes and results in the month of October, November, December, and going forward. It's time for success, rewards, well-being, and abundance. Keep thriving, and I will share more because I'm learning more about it. Sometimes I get mix between the planets and the astro houses because it's so much, it's a vast subject, I can't explain it on a video. So we'll keep tuning in on about this subject more, and meanwhile I send love, light, and healing energies to all of you. Keep thriving, munchkins, and take care.